Hello everyone, welcome back. Today is day 82 of my journey to learn Japanese, and the purpose of this series of live streams is to document my progress at learning Japanese, having started as a complete beginner. And my goal for today is to go over some more kanji regarding basic vocabulary, so let's make a start. And as per usual, I'm going to be using the Lingo Command website. I'm going to go to the vocabulary section like so, and on the stream yesterday, I was practicing vocabulary regarding family members, and I'd made decent progress with that, and I'd like to kind of consolidate that learning today. So just explain what we've got on screen here. We've got this table with the English words in the left column and the Japanese words in the right column. And if we want to know how these words are pronounced, we can just press here
お父さん、
to find out.
父、お母さん、
And you may have noticed that these words here are currently written in Romaji, and at a click of a button, we can view this in hiragana and katakana, or even hiragana, katakana, and kanji, with the kanji shown in blue. And we can even then press here on the kanji to see the stroke order. Now, with all of that said, I'm going to be taking the quiz, which basically turns that table into a series of questions. But there is a kind of standard ordering, like for example, it's always father, then mother, then older brother, younger brother, etc. So if you do this quiz over and over, you get used to this ordering. So instead, I'm gonna select random ordering that scrambles the order in which the questions are asked. And then I'm gonna handwrite my answers as well. So let's make a start. So uncle in Japanese is oji. Oji. And if we wrote san here, that would be the honorific form, but just oji on its own is the humble form. And so here, what we need to do is write this kanji 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the kanji for father is this one. And so now let's just write the readings of these kanji. So this is called furigana, which is when you write the reading in hiragana. So here we're just going to put o. And then here we're going to put ji for a total of oji. Let's submit our answer and take a look. Now, as you can see, this is an exact match, including the stroke order. So we're going to accept this and proceed to the next question. So daughter, the humble form for that would be musume. Musume. The question is, what is the kanji for this? So I think we'll come back to this one actually, because this one's a bit trickier. Let's do wife. So the humble form of that, it would be tsuma. Tsuma. And the kanji for that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like so. And we'll just write the furigana here, tsuma. Now that's another exact match, perfect. So we'll accept that, and then we're on to grandfather honorific. Okay, so this would be oji-san. And for this one, we're going to start off by writing the hiragana o, like so. And then we need this kanji. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need the kanji for father, which is this one. And then we need this honorific term here, san, in hiragana. And let's just write the reading here. So I believe this has a combined reading of ji. So we're going to write shi. I'm going to add dakuten to get ji. And then we just need an I here. So oji-san is the honorific form of grandfather in Japanese. Let's submit our answer and we'll take a look. As you can see here, this is an exact match. So that's great news. We'll accept that, and then we're on to the next question. So younger brother would be ototo, ototo-san. And the kanji for that would be 1, 2. Let's try and write that a little bit more neatly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. And let's just write the reading here in hiragana. So that's going to be o, to, to. And then we just put san here, like so, real simple. Ototo-san, younger brother, honorific. So that's another exact match, fantastic. And this is a little streak counter that just kind of checks if you studied 5 minutes today, so that's great. We're on day 5, so we'll accept that, and then we're on to the next question. Okay, so husband, humble. This would be oto. Oto. So let's write the kanji first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just put o. And then we're going to use sokon as a which causes a beat of silence and then places extra emphasis in the T and to for a total of otto. So we'll submit that. And that's another exact match. Fantastic. Okay, so the humble form of younger brother, it's ototo without the son. So that's real simple. We'll just write this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go, ototo. And let's just write the reading, the furigana. So that's going to be o, to. We can do better than that, right? To, to. So we'll submit that and take a look. This is another exact match. We see that the stroke order is also spot on. So we're going to accept this. And then we're on to the humble form of grandfather. So this is actually not oji, right? Because oji-san is the honorific form. It's a completely different word. It's sofu. Sofu. But the kanji, fortunately, is the same. So here we're just going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then here we write father. So this would be so, fu. So we'll submit our answer. And that is spot on. Fantastic. So we'll accept that. Okay, so the honorific form of daughter would be ojo-san. Ojo-san. And for this, we're just going to write o in hiragana. Let's try and write that a tad more neatly. And then the kanji would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we just need to write san here. And let's write the furigana, that's the reading of this kanji. So here we're just going to write shi. Let's do that as one stroke. Shi. We apply dakuten to get ji, followed by a half-sized yo. And then we just need a u here, full-sized, for a total of ojo-san. So this is strokes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think strokes 9 and 10 are these ones. 9 and 10, perfect. So everything here is exactly as it should be. One thing I suppose for like legibility, the 12th stroke is wider than the 8th and the 11th. And these two strokes kind of go in slightly instead of outwards as you go down. But this is definitely recognizable. I think that's perfectly fine. Ojo-san. Okay, Younger sister, humble. So this would be immortal. Mortal. And the kanji for that would be, so this radical here means woman. And a younger sister is a female woman. So that kind of makes sense. And then here we just need to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. So I think this is the 6th stroke here. And let's just write the furigana. I. Mo. To. Molto. So this is indeed the 6th stroke, so that's perfect. So we'll accept that. And then we're gonna proceed. Oh, well, this is nice. So this is just going to be the same thing, right? Imoto san. So we'll write the kanji, starting off with a radical that means woman. And then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we just add this honorific term here, san. And let's write the furigana, I. Mo. To. Sweet. That's spot on. And then we're on to husband, honorific. So this is going to be goshujin. Goshujin. Now, the kanji for this, well, we're going to start off actually with hiragana. So here you're going to write ko, add dakuten so that it's go. Then you need this kanji. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this kanji here with a reading of jin. 1, 2. So here we're going to write shu. So that's going to be shi, followed by a half-sized u to get shu. And then here we're going to write jin, making sure to use dakuten, so the shi becomes a ji for a total of goshujin. And that is another exact match. Phenomenal. And then we're on to older brother, honorific. So this is going to be Oni-san. Okay, so here we're just going to write O in hiragana. And the kanji for older brother is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're back to this honorific term, san. And then here we just need to write the reading here. So this is ni for a total of oni-san, meaning older brother. Fantastic. Now we're on to the honorific form for uncle. So this is going to be oji-san. And to write this, we would do, let's think this through. Would it be 1, 2, 3, 4? That's not quite right. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the kanji that means father. And then we'll just stick son here. And if we zoom in, this is O. This is Ji. Oji-san. 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 Great. Okay, let's continue. So grandmother, the humble form of that would be sobo. So let's write the kanji. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, followed by the kanji for mother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so this is so. And then here we just need to write ho. Apply dakuten to get bo for a total of sobo, meaning grandmother. Now, the humble form of older sister would be ane. So here we just need to write one kanji for that. So that's going to be, we're going to start off with this radical that means woman. And then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fantastic. So here we just need to write the furigana. So that's going to be a, ne. Great. So we'll submit that. And we can see that this is an exact match. So that's fantastic. And then we're on to aunt. So this would be oba-san. Oba-san. So the kanji for that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the kanji for mother. And then here we're just going to put son. And let's put the readings here. So this is o, and then this is ba. Oba-san. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me. So we'll accept that. And then we're on to mother, humble. So that's going to be haha. And the kanji for that, we've seen that a couple of times now. It's real simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's write the furigana here. Ha, ha. The honorific form for father would be otou-san. So we start off by writing the o in hiragana. And then we just need the kanji for father, like so. And then we're going to stick san here at the end. Otou-san. So here we just need to write the furigana for this kanji. And we're ready to submit our answer. It's looking spot on. Let's take a look at aunt. So that would be oba. So here we just need to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Real simple. Oba. Grandmother honorific would be oba-san. And we're starting to spot this pattern here quite often with family members, it seems. You write this o in hiragana and then some kanji, and then depending on honorific or humble, you put the san at the end. Okay, so o. Oba-san. So we need the kanji for mother. And then we need to add this honorific term. And if we zoom in, we need to write the reading for these two kanji. And it's a combined reading of ba. So that's looking pretty good to me, so we'll accept that. And then we're on to older brother. That would be ani. Ani. So the kanji for that looks like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so here we just need to write a followed by ni. And that's job done. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me, so we'll accept that. And then we're on to son, honorific. So this one is pretty interesting. It's musuko-san. Musuko-san. And the kanji for that looks like this. So to say son in Japanese, the honorific way would be musuko-san. And the first kanji here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then here we need to put this radical or this kanji that means child. And of course, someone's son, that's a child to that parent. So that kind of, makes sense internally. In any case, here we need to put san in hiragana. And let's write the readings of these kanji, the furigana. So this first one has a reading of musu. So we write mu, su, and then we put ko here for the next kanji. So let's take a look at our answer. And we can see that the stroke order here is an exact match for both kanji. The readings is spot on, so we'll accept this and proceed to the next question. So mother in Japanese would be okasan. And to write this in Japanese, we would write o in hiragana, followed by the kanji for mother. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go and write san, this part here in hiragana. And let's just write the reading of this kanji. So here we're going to write ka. Okay, so mother, honorific form is okasan. Let's check our answer. Fantastic. Now you might have noticed that I have a gap here, and that's because for the handwritten form of sa, there's a gap. That's not there for the typed version. So that just kind of explains that discrepancy. In any case, older sister honorific would be is that one-san? I think it is. So here we're going to write, like in the other cases, o in hiragana. And then the kanji for older sister is this. So it's 1, 2, 3. This radical means woman, and an older sister, that's a woman or female, so that makes sense. And then here we need to write 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like so. And then we write san, like always, and let's write the reading here. So this would be ne, and then we add one more e, so it's ne. Pardon me, let's do that again. So yeah, older sister, honorific form is one-san.
お姉さん、
That's looking pretty good to me, so we'll accept that. And then we're on to son, humble form. So this is the same as what we had earlier. It's muskol. We just don't need to add the son. So let's just do that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Here we're going to put musu. And then here we put ko. Let's zoom out. We'll submit our answer. And we see that everything's an exact match. Phenomenal. Okay, so father is chichi. Chichi. For the humble form. So here we're just going to write the kanji for that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's just write the reading. Chichi.
父、
And that's looking pretty good, so we'll accept that. Now comes the tricky part. So wife honorific, I think, is okusan. I believe that the kanji for that looks like this. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's try to do that a little bit more neatly. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then here we just put san at the end in hiragana. And then here we just need to put oku. So that's going to be the reading of the kanji, the furigana. Moment of truth. Okay, that's, I think, an exact match. So we'll accept that and proceed to the next question. What am I missing? So this is all answered. Okay, so the only thing that's left is daughter. The humble form for that would be musume. The question is, what's the kanji? Let's think. I'm thinking there's going to be some type of radical for woman. This is so tricky. Maybe I can remember using process of elimination. So wife is this one, okay? What is daughter informal? Or sorry, honorific? Is that complicated one? Okay. Musume. I'm going to be so annoyed when I take a look at the answer. You know what? I'm going to look for 1 second and then see if I remember the stroke order. Oh my god, yes. Okay, so indeed we have this radical here that means woman. And then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that even right? I'm missing one stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And then this is musume. So let's just write the whole thing. Musume. Okay, so that's an exact match. And of course, we're going to classify this as incorrect because I took a look at the answer for like 1 second. So that's pretty decent, right? We got like a 96% average, one mistake. Just to get that muscle memory, let's do this one more time. This is musume. And we start off by writing this radical that means woman, and then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Musume. Okay, great. So with that kind of out of the way, let's pick another topic to study. And I think a great one would be some verbs. So this is a list of about 25 or so frequently used verbs in Japanese. And to study this, I think what I'm going to do, so I studied this like months ago, like 3-4 months ago. It's been such a long time. So I'm kind of gradually going to build up to it. So what I'll do is I'll start off with the Japanese. We're going to zoom in here. And I'm going to guess what the English is. So this would be to be temporary. Animate objects. Okay, fine. Yeah, so this is like if you say that is a dog, which is like an animate object, versus like that is a wall, I think, which is like a inanimate object. Let's move on. This one here. Ageru, I think, is to give. Ageru. Yeah, that's going well. Nice. Dekiru is to be able to. Suru is to do. We'll skip that one for now. This is iku, which is to go. Surely. I think this might be kiku. No. Iruku. Could that be it? To live? We'll come back to that one. This is iu, which is to say or to tell. Fantastic. This is probably hanasu, which is to speak or to talk. Yeah. Not too sure about all of these ones. This is taberu, which is to eat. Now, this is the kanji for to see. Tsukeru. I think this is to search for, but we're going to come back to this. Aru would be to be for inanimate object. This is so annoying. I just needed to put the plural form here. Because it does like a string comparison. Miru would be to see. And so, okay, this is nice. So looking at this, I was like, oh yeah, it's miru. So I know now the reading of this, which is me. And I'm pretty sure this then is mitsukeru, which is to find. Surely, to find, mitsukeru. Or is it to look for? No, to find. Yeah. Fantastic. Kuru would be to come. Tsukuru, I think, is... I always used to get confused between tsukuru and motsu. So, one of them is to make and one of them is to have. Motsu is to have, so then tsukuru is to make. Nice. So then the question is, which one's motsu? And that would be this one, motsu. So then this is to have. This is to wear, as in clothes. To arrive. Okay, completely wrong. So let's just now look at the ones that I'm unsure about. So here we have to know information, okay. This next one here would be to call. So not on the phone, this is like to call someone over. Keru would be, let's see, to put on. I know that this is pronounced oku, but I don't know what it is. Let's see. To place. I think this is shinjiru, which is to believe. Sweet. As for this one, no clue. Let's take a look. To sleep. Neru. And then this one is it to read? Yomu, yeah. Pretty sure this is pronounced yomu. And then, is this also to know? Let's see. To understand. Wakaru. Okay. So we can do a lot better than 61%, right? So let's just give this another go. So this would be neru, which is to sleep. Taberu is to eat. Iu is to say or tell. Yomu is to read. Skip this one for now. Miru is to see. Aru is to be for... Okay, let's think this through. Inanimate objects. So you'd use this for, like the wall is, right? You'd use aru because the wall is an inanimate object. I believe. So tsukeru would be... Okay, let's come back to that one. Kuru is to come. Shinjiru is to believe. Suru is to do. Tsukuru is to make. Motsu is to have. Oku is... Oh no, I've forgotten this already. We'll come back to that one. So iku is to go. Hanasu is to speak or to talk. Iru is to be for animate objects. Like a dog or a cat would be an animate object. I say that, let's just confirm, right? I think that's the case. Deep seek. I'm just opening a new tab here. So, aru is used in Japanese for animate objects, right? So, for example, a dog. Oh, sorry, I'm getting things mixed up. I should have wrote iru here. So, iru is used for inanimate objects like people or animals. So for a dog, which is animate, you'd use iru. Yeah. Okay, so I accidentally got it mixed up here again, but that is the right reasoning. Cool. Mitsukeru is to find. Wakaru is to understand. I think rikaisuru is another way of saying to understand, but it's more like to understand deeply or to comprehend. Dekiru is to be able to. Akeru. Ageru is to give. So we just have a couple left here. And I think there's a special trick here that I've kind of built into Lingo Command. So what I can do is I can select only the ones that I'm struggling with. So if we kind of start from the bottom, okay, this is to sleep, neru. This is dekiru, which is to be able to. Wakaru is to understand. Oku, I'm not sure about, so let's select that one. Iku is to go. Iru is to be for animate objects, so that's fine. Tsukuru is to make. This one I'm not sure about. This one I'm not sure about. Tsukeru, not sure about that one. This one, shinjiru is to believe. This is all fine. This is fine. Simple, simple, simple. Ageru is to give. What did I... Okay, fantastic. So we've basically selected a subset of questions now that I was struggling with. So I can do these over and over until I'm kind of confident. Okay, this is to know. Shiru. Yeah. And then this is to arrive. So what we're going to do here as well is we're going to open a new tab. Actually, not even. We'll just go to study. And what this does is it shows us this table with just the 5 that we're not sure about. So this is to place, oku.
Oku.
Tsukeru is to put on. This is shiru.
Shiru. Yobu.
Yobu.
Tsuku. Tsuku.
Okay, so to arrive. Tsuku. Ah, it's to arrive. Okay. So let's give this a go. So we'll reapply random ordering. Tsukeru is to put on. Shiru is to know information. Yobu is to call. This would be tsuku, which is to arrive. And then oku is to place. Okay, let's do this one more time. Tsukeru is to put on. Tsuku is to arrive. Oku is to place. Yobu is to read. No, it's to call. And this is not to call using a phone, like this is to call someone over. And then finally we've got shiru, which is to know, like to know information. So with that said, I'm pretty sure now that I can quite comfortably go from hiragana, katakana, kanji back to English. Let's drastically up the difficulty level by going from English to handwriting hiragana, katakana, and kanji. Okay, let's make a start. So to have would be, okay, so we have motsu and we have tsukuru. Always get these mixed up. So this one is to have, and then this one is to make. So I want motsu. Fine. Motsu. So we have some type of kanji here, and then I think it's tsu in hiragana. The question is, what's the kanji? I think it's something like this. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this radical was spot on, and then it's, okay, so we need a total of 9 strokes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's try that again. Motsu. The kanji with the reading of mo has a total of 9 strokes. So we're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Followed by this tsu, hiragana, and then this has a reading of mo. Of course, we took a look at the answer, so we'll classify this as incorrect for now. And then we're on to call, which is yobu. What about the kanji? Let's take a look. And actually, there are simply too many here. So this process is not quite ideal. So what we're going to do is uncheck random ordering. Get rid of these ones. And instead, I'm going to select the first 5 here. First 5 kanji. Apply random ordering, and let's see how this goes. So to be for animate objects would be iru. This has no kanji, so we're just going to write hiragana, iru. Fine. To make would be tsukuru. Tsukuru. And the kanji for that, it was something like this. And then you just put ru at the end, and then this has a reading of tsuku. So now I just need to actually remember. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's got 7 strokes. Let's just practice that One more time. Tsukuru. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we put ru. And this has a reading of tsuku. I still don't think this is right. Let's submit our answer. Ah, okay. One more time. Tsukuru. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. That's looking a lot better. And we just put tsukuru. Now, of course, we took a look at the answers, so we'll classify that as incorrect, and then we're on to do. So to do in Japanese is suru. This has no kanji, so that's real simple. We just write it phonetically in hiragana. And then to be for inanimate objects is aru. Also no kanji. And then to have is motsu. And we had a look at this earlier, right? So firstly, we get this radical here with 3 strokes. And then we have this cross. Boom, just like that. And we put tsu here. This, of course, is a reading of mo. However, this has a hook here at the end, so I'm going to be super strict. Classify that as incorrect. But let's add a few more words in the mix here. So we'll uncheck random ordering. We are going to select another 5 here. We'll hide the rest, apply random ordering, and go again. So to have in Japanese is motsu. Motsu. And the kanji for that would be motsu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put tsu here for a total of motsu. Okay, this is looking a lot better. So we'll accept that. To be for animate objects, that's going to be iru. So that's real nice, right? We just write this in hiragana, very simple, iru. To go is iku. The question is, what's the kanji? I remember it was so simple. Yeah, there we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we put ku here. This has a reading of i. And of course, we'll classify this as incorrect because we looked at the answer. And then we're on to C, which is miru. The kanji for that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This kanji means eye. And then when you add this, it becomes the kanji for to see. Of course, you see with your eyes, right? So that really helps kind of remember what's going on. Now this has a reading of mi. So we'll submit that. Let's just check the stroke order. Okay, that looks spot on, so we'll accept that. And then we're on to give. So to give is ageru. And the nice thing about this verb is that there are no kanji, which makes things very simple. To be for inanimate objects would be aru. No kanji for this either. To be able to is dekiru. Likewise, no kanji. So you're going to write te, apply dakuten to get de. Then we need ki, ru, Now, one thing you'll notice is that I've left a gap here, which you're not seeing here, and that's because for the handwritten form of ki, you have a gap, and when it's typed, there is no gap. So, just wanted to mention that. Then we're on to make. So to make would be tsukuru. And we had this kanji that we practiced earlier with a total of 7 strokes. There we go. Put ru at the end. And then this has a reading of tsuku. Very nice. To do in Japanese is suru. Let's write the hiragana. Suru. And then to say or tell in Japanese is iu. Oh, it's been so long since I wrote this kanji. I think it's something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then here you just add a u. This has a reading of i. Would you look at that? That's an exact match. So we'll accept that. And all that went wrong here was the kanji for to go. I think that's pretty decent. So what we can do is hide the unselected words. We'll stop hiding the unselected words. And what I could do is add 5 more. But the problem is, these 10 now I'm pretty comfortable with. So I'm kind of, wasting my time by doing these over and over. It makes more sense to practice these 5. So, to eat in Japanese is taberu. Taberu. The question is, what's the kanji for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna guess it's something like this. And then here you're gonna write he with dakuten to get bet. Stick a ru there. This has a reading of ta. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so this was fairly well remembered, but there are 2 strokes here at the top. Okay. So taberu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a total of 9 strokes. So let's remember that. And then to know is shiru. Shiru. This is to know information. I do not recall this at all. So let's take a look at the kanji. I think the stroke order is something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I remember the stroke order just by looking at the kanji. But of course, you have to remember the kanji itself as well. So this is shi. Shi, and then we just put ru here in hiragana. We'll classify this as incorrect because I took a look at the answer. And then we're on to arrive. To arrive. So this one was... Oh, these next 3 are very difficult. To arrive was... What was it? Tsukeru. No, that's not right. Tsuku. That was it. Tsuku. As for the kanji, let's take a look. Okay, so we've got this radical here that kind of looks like sheep. In fact, if I remember correctly, shitagi, underwear, has this kanji. And I believe that this has like two meanings. It can mean to arrive, and it can also mean to wear. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The reading of tsu, and then we just put ku here. One thing that I want to do, so of course this is incorrect because we took a look at the answer. this kanji seems to have two meanings. To arrive and to wear clothes. Right? Yes, you're absolutely right. It does indeed have two primary meanings, to arrive and to wear clothes. Okay, so that's useful to remember. And then, to put on. Okay, so this one I think is tsukeru. And let's take a look. Oh, that's real nice. That's just hiragana. Tsukeru. Finally, we've got oku. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. With a reading of O. And then we put ku there. Okay. So we got them all wrong. That's not ideal. Let's try that again now. So to arrive would be tsuku. And the kanji for that is the one from shitagi, like underwear, and it just means to wear or to arrive. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, and this is indeed the fourth stroke because this radical looks like the kanji for sheep, but there for the sheep kanji, the sixth stroke goes down and it goes beyond this horizontal line. And I remember it was the sixth one. And then here the order is the opposite. It's the fourth one. So this vertical line is the fourth stroke. It's got a reading of tsuku, this kanji, or tsu. Fantastic. This is indeed the fourth stroke. So we'll accept this, and then we're on to taberu. Taberu. So here we're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This has a reading of ta. And then here we just write beru in hiragana. Taberu. To place. To place. So is that oku? And it was something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So here we just need to put o, and then we put ku there. Okay, that's spot on. And then to put on was tsukeru. So this one was nice because it was just hiragana. So it's tsukeru. And then finally we've got to know, which is shiru. And the kanji for that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then here we're just going to put ru. And then of course this kanji is a reading of shi. So yeah, that's spot on. So that was pretty good progress. I think that, by the way, this might be the perfect place to conclude today's stream. Just kind of summarize what we've managed to do so far. So basically, I've practiced the first 15 or so verbs on this list. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left. So I think my goal for the next stream would be to master all 24 here until I get 100%. And then also make some decent progress learning these food items. Because if that's done, then I, in the last 4 streams plus the one coming up, I've kind of revised everything here in the animals, body parts, clothes, colors. This whole beginner section will be covered. So I think that would be fantastic. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, please like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff if you want to support the channel. And I will see you in the next stream. Thank you for watching.